Where, where? 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 I inevitable. On this look, disgusting. I have ads on my own video. Wow, my own video. Wow, my own got ads. Yeah, damn. Uh, yeah, yep. I think that. Ah, wah, wah. All right, I think that already. How many fucking do I want? Ah, naku. Right, good stockpile. Very, very good. So many. It's pretty. Right. That's pretty good. Listen. And how long? Oh shit! Making this 12 minutes. Holy, isn't it? Ah. Yo, hello. Uh, uh. Oh, by the way, I've already released, I don't know if everyone, I made that video thinking is me talking all the time. Actually, I also want to show everyone the things I do offline behind every live stream. Like what you don't see in here is what I do offline whilst taking multiple breaks and compiling it. Yeah. I mean, again, for example, for example, you, the viewers, already know how to fight this specific boss, right? Me fighting those specific bosses are it's gonna take more time and it's kind of boring to see because everyone already sometimes I just unless someone is genuinely asking how do you really fight this boss? How do you if it like sure we'll make a run for it. Yeah. And I think everyone is gonna be fucking confused because when they see the word BTS, oh wow, it's fucking up. uh Whoa. Whoa. Hola. Uy. This is hardly expensive. And is it really worth it for this amount? I mean, all right, for the people that are starting to like sure this is very worth, but on paper it's not. It's good, but at least they can newer players have a lot of access to Undertaker weapons. And also, by the way, they are what? They are gonna get scammed. Because when you look at this, right, you see a different weapon that looks cool, amazing. But when you actually look at it, and also they crafted the weapon sword. I mean, how many storage chests do I have? Look, I have 108. I have more storage chests than what? DOZ 555. And I'm the one who's fucking struggling. uh, yeah, man. What's with the third weapon? What's this? The dragon tongue? Riot and absolute. Yeah. By the way, I also don't understand. Some weapons have a very high rarity drop rate. Like for example, this one. This only drops at Forgotten Graveyard by chance. But this chainsword, this claymore is also much more rare than yeah, it just doesn't matter. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And also, I don't even understand why the game wants us to do melee. When doing melee on this game, it kind of sucks. It really a lot of setup. And by the way, guys, so look at this. So I only have this amount of coders, right? Guess what? Guess what? I never had uh a very big amount of coders because I use them very quick. I also don't do LB. But surprisingly enough, a lot of you might ask, but why is your Harley on 5 stars. Well, if I'm being honest, I think it was on stream. I got this Harley 5 stars back then because I was so lucky. I keep getting Harley on one singular pull. I don't even need to spend 10 pulls. Everyone wants to do a 10 pull, right? It only costs 900 coders. Got a free extra one. If ever if ever I got this very efficiently without spending a lot of coders. And also look at this. I need 3 more Harley to get this into 6 stars. Look. We even got another one. And by the way, you couldn't stack the ability of Harley. So yeah, very, very lucky indeed. Like that kind of luck going my way. Eh, Truly a gambling moment right there. Who are I already done the reset, but today's reset I haven't done. Uh I even like for example, right? Like let's take this with a lot of probability, okay? So for example, I got lucky. I finally got 6 stars Harley. I would say it would take a lot of time. Because currently, right? I don't know if you can agree with me. Currently, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 level 81 allies that I use constantly, right? And yeah, also, I need to do abandoned shelters as well. Which means what? I need to make some useless ally. I need to give some levels to some useless ally. Just so I can have them for scouting. So yeah, and also Ark is one of the most fucked up places because right. Yeah, I mean sure we can have Frost and this guy to scout, right? But you know, I kinda like them. But yeah, I just wanna send this green guys out in the field. And by the way, I have been seeing a couple of players' videos. And guys, whenever you do a boss fight, like for someone that has unlocked this fourth ally slot, whenever you do boss fights, please make it simple and clean. You don't have to use all 4 allies. Like for example, this specific setup, you don't need to do this setup. Like most of the time you only not most of the time. Like the actual meta and how the game is currently balanced, right? You only need 2 buffer allies. Make it simple, make it clean. The more times you are shuffling from your allies can fuck you up. And I see some other players that are what? Taking hits from the enemy while they are not attacking. Because they also need to press this, right? Like for example, you're playing on your mobile phone. You're using your left thumb to press this attack. What about this ally ability? Again, that's why I said you either have to use a controller to shift up all of your quick inputs. But for the people that are actually fast enough, that don't have that type of option, Make it simple. Like, you can start attacking, activate the ability switch. Yeah, people actually forget that. And by the way, guys, there is also a big downside of autoplay button, right? Sometimes when there is an enemy, even if you are locked onto them, like look at this, options, locked on attack, right? Even if you have this lock on attack, once you do this, it randomly switches to an enemy. Like sometimes. That's why on floor 36, you never want to do autoplay on that particular boss. Right? On some bosses, yes. Fucking Forest Beast, go ahead. Right? And by the way, also guys, you know Forest Beast has that one extra HP, right? After you attack him, he falls down to the ground, right? Right? Um, so this is what happens. He is invulnerable to attack, and those forest children spawn in, right? If you attack Forest Beast, the durability of your weapon gets also taken down. So yes, uh that is a big deal, because Forest Beast invulnerable state uh actually takes a bit of time, and you're destroying some of your durability just by attacking him. Like, sure, you can kill the other forest children, or you can just simply you can just simply run around. But yeah, please everyone, stop attacking him. You are wasting a lot of durability. You are really wasting a lot of durability. Anyway, you know, I was thinking, like for example, right? Ever since I did that behind the scenes of every live stream, I was thinking that maybe I should daily upload videos of what I do, right? Offline. But I was also thinking, what do you guys think? Do you want me to use a microphone? Or because I know some other people might say, right? What is this guy doing? And yeah, sometimes I just do random farms. What I actually. And to be honest, I don't even know what to call it, right? I don't even know what to put in the title. Like, example, for example, behind the scenes, like how many parts would I want? And also, that part 1 and part 2 should have been a whole video, right? But somehow YouTube and some of other restrictions don't want that high of a, basically there's a limit. So yeah, uh, I just wanted to do that. If you actually watch the videos, right, you would actually see that hmm this only map this one map is like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, right? But it only looks like that because I've already edited out the loading times, the amount if it takes to actually look at my inventory. So yeah, there yeah, really. And by the way, I saw one of your old vids killing Torrid with a single Oh, yeah, 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 I can. Finally, somebody fucking asked. I always want to explain that video further. I got you. I got you. To be honest, Thank you for that question. We all, the- again, guys, I don't claim to be the very best player that says, "Oh, I'm actually a very good player." Mr. Milenkovic and some other players have already finished their motorbike, even though I'm the one who's been playing the game the longest. Well, I've been taking breaks and genuinely a lazy person, right? I don't claim to be a very good person, but I what I do have are very reliable a very reliable source of information. Right? You ever actually see me say some bullshit, right? Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, this one. See, uh, the main focus of the whole player base, right? Like a lot of the player base are either old or somewhat new, right? But the fact of the matter is, I can guarantee some of you dropped the game at a certain point and then finally came back after 1 or 2 months, right? It's just like you've been focusing so much about the game, mid-maxing what to do, what to farm, then suddenly you just collapse. You just stop caring about season passes, you stop caring about LBs, right? You only focus on what you need. And that's pretty much good. Where? Oof, I don't have it. Wait, I think I have. What I need right now is ice. Yo, considering your progress, right? 6 months and 3 months. That is pretty fucking fast. And by the way, right? If I can, as also Mr. Milenkovic says he is a old player as well. Um, would you agree with me, Mr. Milenkovic, that the game back then was super stingy, super hard, that they don't give a lot of rewards like currently, right? Back then, your progression, you were broke back then, even if you try to do things more efficiently, right? You are broke if you really don't have if you don't put money in this game. Like that's the actual truth. But right now, there's a lot of places, there's a lot of thing to do to actually make someone very very rich. I'm not joking. We have this. Where is my? It's kind of hard to find. And by the way, guys, for the people that have a hard time upgrading this and getting a decent acid weapon, right? This is the perfect event to get a bunch of acid weapons, right? I mean, currently, right now, without the events. So, hola, hola. Um, oh, we have someone from Argentina. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Like for example, there's a lot of good acid weapons, right? If from a new player's perspective, if I'm being honest, acid weapons are kinda hard to get because you are either required to upgrade this to get acid weapons, right? No, no, no. English. Uh, is this no? This is assault rifle. I think I have some. Yeah, look. Oh, by the way, this increased rifle damage. This is kinda hard to get for. Also, the damage you get from this. And by the way, guys, this Ongun's Legacy, Hawk's Gun Oil, all of these gadgets right here. it- these gadgets, like even this one, are pretty decent in their durability. And the only downside is that you get most of them from leaderboard rewards or season passes. And yeah, that's what I've been talking about. The game has been what pretty decent on the rewards. Like we now actually get players actually get what players actually get this. You got two, you got two, you got two. Yeah, they absolutely love this type of games, especially what especially some fringes of Asians. But yeah, out of all, I'm not saying I'm not saying all Europeans are loaded, but of all the experiences of the players that I've been talking, mostly the Europeans, right, are don't care about the amount of money they put into this game. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. So yeah, this is the setup. Uh, this is the setup right here. This is the actual weapon that you need to use. Wait. We missed something. And by the way, what I don't understand is that they spend a lot of money and yet they don't even stay to play the game. Nope. Actually, yes. This is already broken to the point that I didn't even need to use decorations or stims. My first try was I used this. Increased damage dealt to Jard by 20%. And then I also added this. So that makes it 35%. So this is pretty useless. You can pretty much one-shot Torrid with this. And the only thing that I've added is what? This one and the 5% food buff. Uh, this one. 5%. So yeah, let's check out the damage. And again, guys, this the damage that you see from this training dummy isn't always what it's not the same as what you see when actually fighting a boss. Yeah, you don't need to actually have this ability. Yeah. yeah, look. This armor gives what? You only want this, the 60% stealth damage, right? A 60%. Yeah, I wish. I want to have my own at least cosmetic in the game just so I could use it. So that is a 60% stealth damage. Why? Well, 100% of the helmet, so 60%. And if you have this ally, another 128% is stealth damage. So how many is that? 188% is stealth damage. You have this is 10% and another 10% of damage, and this another 15%. So how much damage percentage? That's 20, that's 35%. This is plus 5, 40%, and another 10, 50% of damage buffs. Damn, right? Right now, to make that one shot, again, with minimal buffs, you don't really need any additional damage buffs from your decoration. And look, the only damaging decoration that I have is this Brotherhood pennant, and I didn't even use this. It speaks a lot of volume. Don't have that full. Yeah. And by the way, if you have this full set and this ally right here, this is gonna save you a lot of armor and weapon durability. Yeah, we're going to Screaming Forest, and I'm also going to show you why I absolutely love this armor. Yeah. Let's set up. Basically, crouch, beam, pop, boom. Look at the damage. 9999999. uh, if there are any other bosses, right? Yeah, look, it doesn't actually compute the amount of damage you actually deal. That's why it says 99999. It goes over. And to be honest, I haven't used this setup for Risen Farmer. And by the way, guys, you cannot one-shot bosses that have times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4 HP. Why can't you one-shot them? Well, here is the basics, right? So for example, this guy has a times 5. The times 5 HP bar has 40,000 HP, right? So yeah, wait. So let's say the boss has 40,000 HP on its 5th HP bar. And if I do this, I go well beyond 62,000 damage, right? The damage would only go to what? To the only 5th HP bar of the boss. So yeah, again, in this game, you technically couldn't one-shot the bosses because there is a hidden HP barrier of bosses. And the reason why Torrid is kind of the perfect boss to one-shot is because Torrid has a singular line of HP. And that's why this works. Right, like sure, imagine if floor 30 was just standing around and you can sneak attack. Technically, yes, you can one-shot with this. And by the way, this slows you down by 40%, right? If you use this remove slowdown by sniper rifles, you can move around. And to be honest, if I'm really honest, right, the durability is good. But I would say, right, if you want a bunch of these, this can definitely, what? This can be definitely helpful or a much more faster way. of dealing with what characters. By the way, again, right? If you can do this with Torrid Butcher, what bosses can you do this as well? You can do this with what's the boss? Decayer boss, not Cardinal, the one that deals Doomfire damage. Why can you do this? You remember the altar, right? It has a lot of HP. If you attack the altar, he will attack you. But if you can somehow move past or destroy the altar and you do this combo, yeah, you can one shot those guys. But yeah, even then if you are not sneak attacking, right? Even Golden Dragon as well, even if you're not sneak attacking using this, what the other best option for this is the Black Strider. And also again, for Torrid Butcher, you can actually sneak attack, and it is quite devastating because the sneak attack you get from this 128%, right? Yeah, you're right. I haven't actually done this gun with Bukor. But since some enemies really do have elemental weaknesses, right? I bet it couldn't one-shot that Bukor because of the elemental difference. But yeah. And yeah, there's no sneak attack in Graveyard, even though you can. But look at this training dummy. Now, how much sneak attack do I have? 128, right? And this one provides 60%. Okay. Very good. Very good. Just look at the sneak attack of this weapon. 20,000. That's fucking insane. And it also charges this very quickly. Again, if we just do this normally, right? I haven't even used my buff, right? It already reads 99999. So if we use this, and this is just normal attack with the special skill, it already deals 92,582. Oh yeah, that's a lot of sneak attack damage. And yes, buying this guy or buying the premium just to get this guy at 4 stars is totally worth it. Totally worth it. But at the same time, even though I can one-shot Torrid, right? Why the people are asking, why aren't you farming Torrid if you can kill him easily with one shot? Well, guys, the very big downside of killing Torrid is that, again, you have to use fire weapons to build up his HP, which is very annoying, right? And at the same time, I already have a huge amount of Black Strider armor sets. Like, look, I already have a huge amount. Like, why would you keep farming for a certain boss that doesn't even uh give you enough benefits? And also, I already have this amount of Butcher's Cleaver, right? So there's no more point for me. Yeah, there's no more point to actually fight the Butcher. And currently, right, ever since I've built one of the best melee ally that provides you 37%, brother, 37%. Uh, just for context, uh, wrong. Yeah, to be honest, you're right. Torrid, Torrid can be fun if they only made it like the Risen Farmer. I'm only using this, right? I'm only using this because of this increased critical melee chance. And by the way, again, this one is so fucking hard to get. Really hard to get. And not to mention this as well. Specialist weapon damage by you can get 20% specialist weapon damage. If only these two are so easy to get, I would have fucking used them. So okay, we need a shield. And by the way, you can deal more damage, right? It doesn't matter what backpack you have, you are doing melee. Or you can use this. By the way, this can also blind bosses. So in certain occasions, right? But it also has a 30-second cooldown. Anyway, you're gonna be applying this debuff to bosses every 30 seconds. Yeah. So again, look, I now have 40% melee. I now have 40% chance of crit melee damage. What the fuck? 40% of... Wait, 40%? Holy shit, that's fucking huge. I haven't used this increased melee by 37. What else? What else can we add in our... Yeah, there's nothing. There's no more... Yo, we have a man trying to change. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, there's no more gadgets that buff melee. Like, definitely in the next triad. Definitely the next triad event, I will craft a bunch of these. Just so we could get an extra 12% melee damage. And then, I'm not gonna use guns in this game. We'll be going full melee. So, again. So this one, extra 15% chance of crit melee. 15% of critting on your melee. And we have an extra 40%. So if we use this on 10 seconds, like let's see how much DPS we can produce. And it's always critting. On 10 seconds, we made 61,000. What the fuck? And again, guys, this is not the actual damage number of the... And also, did you know? You can sneak attack with this weapon as well. And look at the damage from the dummy. 7,000! 7,000. God damn it. Gambling? What do you mean gambling? Alright, that's gambling. Yeah, I know. I think his account got banned. Like, what the fuck, man? You are not trying to change, you are still the same. But yeah, very amazing armor, by the way. Very amazing. You can crit a lot. You can crit a lot. And, oh yeah, you know what we haven't done? A full damage with With what? Harley and Ghost. Yeah. Let's check the damage on a 10-second burst. Why not? I still have this. Boom. Bam. Pop. What the fuck? 117,000 damage. If this isn't enough to convince you, and by the way, you can do this on Torrid Butcher, Prime Carnifex, what else? Plague Bukor, Cardinal, Golden Dragon. I think I've already meleeed those bosses, but I didn't make the actual upload of video. But yeah, this is absolutely stupid. Very, very stupid. And by the way, guys, remember these ones that provide attack speed? It can go up to 12%, right? So attack speed is much better on weapons that actually have a very low attack speed. Oh, the reason why I didn't build the Katars, right? I think I have my very own reason why I didn't build the Katars. Because, again, I feel like melee on this game is stupid. And if I remember, the recent Triad, I didn't have this guy at level 81. That's why I didn't opt for a much higher for that weapon, and I picked the Onyx. So yeah. And also, guys, and I killed Cutter with Butcher, but on normal mode. Yeah. I don't understand in this game. They don't know how to make balancing for the bosses. Like, for example, normal mode for bosses whenever you have options in this game, right? Normal mode is fucking easy, and then hard mode is fucking extreme. Like, there's no in between. There is no in between. So yeah, I really hope Triad. By the way, what is the Triad boss again? Is it Golden Dragon, the Triad boss? I can't remember. Yeah. But still, this is pretty stupid, and I want more of these. I really want more of these. Also, this specific set right here, this could have been really, really great. The fusion removes the effect. What's really sad about this specific armor is that it only buffs toxic poison damage, and there aren't any good toxic poison damage in the game. Like, even this one, the Forest Guardian Bow. I mean, sure, again, you can cosplay as someone you like. You have Mara. Tada! You're basically using her weapon. I mean, you can do something very, very stupid. Also, giving her mastery increases this damage as well. So, yeah, anyway, look at this. Look how dumb this is. like, like, that's dumb. I don't know how people can enjoy that. And paralyze. Yeah, they're practically the same. It stuns the enemy. But it doesn't work on enemy bosses. before we start things off, right? Before we really do start things off, there are some things that I want to finish first. Like what? Opening my... Because I really need some items. Yeah. Your boy is suffering. Success. Where did I get this? Where? Just put this here. Anyway. By the way, guys, how was your previous LB? The reason why I also love LB at this current stage of the game, like, we only have 3 days left, right? But technically, some other peoples are also what? They also are very lazy to grind. So, again, usually the events last for 14 days. The final 6 to 5 days, yeah, you're gonna have a much more easier time. People already have what they want, and for the people that are always sneaking in the shadows, this is your perfect time to actually grind without no one opposing you. Like, look, this guy can easily hit 30k, but he only has 4,000 points right now. Even this guy. So yeah. Definitely a huge win. What chest do we have today? We have 4 chests. Looking. This is what Darth Vader is always wanted. The dopamine hit of every chest opening. By the way, guys, I still see you, like, people that are what? Building, currently at the end game of building their motorbike. For the love of God. On abandoned shelters. You don't need to pick this up. There is no way you're telling me you are struggling to get fucking armor. Like, look at this. There is no way. Like, you have to be blatantly lying, right? Like, there's no way you're telling me you are struggling to get guide sets. And yeah, by the way, again, look at this. Even though we already have a lot of acid buffs in the game, right? From allies to decorations, sometimes you don't even try to use acid, right? Because at some point of your life, you're gonna be saying to yourself, I can just clear warehouse or slammer full fire. Like, you don't even need to care about acid, right? I've already done that. Which makes this very problematic. Like, sure, you can do acid runs with this. You got healings every time you do acid damage. Sure, why not? Why not? But still, you wouldn't really use this. Like, sure, 9%, 12% healing from acid. Yeah. What I really do love is this periodic fire damage. Pretty underrated. What sucks is that you can only use this once. And what's really confusing is because of this, you can use it once a day, but you can also see this at, yeah, for example, like this one. We all know we can use this every 30 minutes, right? But it says you can use it once a day. So yeah, that's really that's bugged. Oh shit, that's pretty good. We got, yeah, it's really good. Wait a minute, this is, oh no, this is not the best. By the way, guys, when I say that is not the best armor, you want this instead, turnkey armor. If you have this right here, you only unlock this. What the fuck did my game lag? Yeah, you want this. The reason why you'd want this is because, look, you get this quick slot. What is the difference? 3474. Yeah, they're the same. But yeah, they are the same. The difference is this. Ah shit, we got the most sucky. Yeah, I don't even know why they had to do this. What, for gambling reasons? Yes. Uh, I wouldn't say we had the same drops. He was looking for a piston, right? This is not a piston. This is a cylinder block. And yeah, look. I'm not very close. I haven't been fighting. You know me. There is... I progress on my own... on my own time. And so should you guys as well. You shouldn't let others dictate your progress. You enjoy your account progression. Don't forget to have fun. That's the most important part. Speaking of Crux Rifle, I need this weapons right here. Why do I need these weapons, you may ask? I still haven't done Secret Floor C5. And I just want my ghost to be level 120 to fight that specific floor. And yes, C5 is one of those very annoying floors. Same with C3. If you don't have Annie Smith, you're gonna have a hard time with C3. But yeah, really, really good drop rates. Amazing. What do we have here? Fucking gadget. Why did I even ask? Did I really forget? God damn it. Fuck me, I just had to ask. What the fuck? Where do I even put this anymore? Anyone else having a hard time with their storage? I can't be the only one suffering from success. Damn. This right here. Add the sign for level 4 container. Before Brother. Brother, you have 4. Uh, Starting from here, it goes downhill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like we have this. And this, see, we are really going insane. How many boxes were that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ish. 10. Yeah, we have 10. Yeah, the stupid amounts of gadgets that you don't even we don't even use. And the reason why, again, the reason why we have so many gadgets is because, tell me, right? Like, tell me honestly, would you use this type of healing items, right? Or just use the specific gadgets such as cauterizer, absorbent, right? And also, another big reason why you use this. I don't know if people actually understand what's the use of defensive gadgets. Protects you against forest children's toxic poison. What else? Prevents deep wounds, right? Prevents deep wounds. Prevents slowdown. Protects you from acid, right? But what it doesn't tell you, like for example, Sorbent, try to fight Prime without... Try to fight Stoker or Prime without Cauterizer or Hematite. You'll tend to see what? Why is this guy dealing a lot of damage? It's not from the dot themselves. Basically, this gadgets right here partially protects you from the enemy's base damage as well. So yeah, that is, these gadgets are practically the reason why you survive most of the enemy skills or attacks. So even if, like for example, even if you want to try going to warehouse with, I want double aggressive gadgets, you are never gonna be doing this, because you're gonna be what? You're gonna take so much damage from the enemy. Like, I know, sure, you can use the specific armors, right? And also the reason why the game wants you to do double aggressive gadgets, right? Double damaging gadgets is because they keep releasing some items that prevents you from getting damage. Like for example, this one. Reduce damage dealt by deep wounds by 5%. They want you to do Prime with this one, whilst also wearing what? Climset. But at the same time, this is RNG or expensive to get. So it doesn't make sense. So even if the poor fucker doesn't have a Black Strider set or any armor set, they only have a Clim set, right? Or if they use the Forest Beast 5 piece, like for example this one, removes diffusion and blocks Carnifex mark. You want to use this, right? But yeah, it's very dumb move of them. Like even right now, like who are the people that actually use this? Genuine question. Reduce damage dealt by deep wounds by 50%, and sure. That's why I said, like, Look, you can pair this. Reduce damage dealt by deep wounds by 60%. If you add it all up, right? Right. Because again, those are alternatives for killing Prime. But what they have forgotten is that by the time people have this, by the time people finally got this, they have already defeated Prime by using different methods, right? So yeah, if they actually released this Hemo Spray, like if this were an easy access, definitely. So yeah, this is definitely a scam that you don't even need to do. Unless one of your viewers really ask you, oh, use this specific armor and then do this. Yeah, that's fucking dumb. That's why I never made this channel as a challenge type of thing. Because people, once you actually do that to the people, especially your fans, right? Your viewers, the floodgates are gonna be opened. They're gonna be saying some random shit like, why, why is the game so addictive? Well, there is so much thing to do. Like, for example, you are already focused on one objective, right? Like, for example, today. Today, I want to farm. I want to fill all of my boxes with resources. Today is just going to be a farming day, right? Today, I just want to farm tonics for my allies to level them up. So yeah, there is a never-ending grind to this game. That's why it is addictive. Anyway, we get yeah, these two are getting trashed. Well, that's not a very good. That's not very cash money of this. Not very good. Now we get the bolts. How old is my base? Or how old am I been playing this game? Ever since release. Yeah, ever since release. I'm a very old player that just randomly stopped and then came back. Yeah. I mean, look, this is just a bunch of sniper rifles that I don't even use. like, like by the way, this is the first time I've actually saw that there is a different 50 cal Barrett, right? Like, look at this. I didn't even notice this one. This one deals 2,400. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully you didn't spend any money, right? Oh yeah, this is much better. The black version. Because it has an increased critical damage. They basically deal the same damage, but this one deals more critical damage. By the way, guys, I love this M14 marksman. But the only problem I have with this one is it's not the attack speed. Like, it has better attack speed than this Barrett right here. It has a not very likable range. So, and we have the AB tactical. Yeah, even this one. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool, very cool snipers in the game. It's just it sucks that you just can't use them, right? That's the only downside that I can say. Okay, enough yapping. What is our agenda for today? I don't know. I think we're gonna visit Wins. I haven't done my daily grind. That's enough yapping about certain inventions. Huh. But by the way, even though you've lost your account, right? At least right now, like tell me honestly, you are motivated to play the game, right? Because you're missing a lot of things. And with this new account, you can technically what? Correct your mistakes. Like from the mistakes you've done on your first account, you'll never do that again. Which makes you even more efficient. Like having smarter decisions, right? So yeah, and when I say I'm going back for my yeah, this one, oh my god, finally found them. Uh-huh. Yeah, at least you finally found purpose again. Because definitely, yeah. But even though it has so many features right now, yeah, even the allies are a good addition. But at the same time, it also has some very huge flaws. Like, for example, the current meta of the game, if you don't have this specific ally, etc., etc., you're gonna have a very hard time defeating some of the enemies. Because, yeah, all of the damage are coming from your allies. This guy. This one will just bring extra. As for grenade, you can use this one. Okay, I think that looks good. I think that looks really good. What else? Yeah, weapons. This sniper rifle. Then we build up their abilities. The fuck? But considering, right? Considering you've left the game, like be honest. I know you can feel that there is still something missing from the game. Like it hasn't aged quite very well. Like I know some people are also expecting that I've left this game for how long and the problems are still reoccurring. We have this. Uh-huh. I think we are good. Wait. I don't want to spend any heals. Is there any fast Wooden Nightshade? Well, yeah, there's really no other way. Like red zones are the only place to get to. But there is a caveat. Certain events, right? Certain events you can watch ads and you can get multiple of this multiple of this wooden eye jade bit. Yeah, so many storage items. Uh the things from this game, right? Like sure, we can all agree that sometimes it does get very boring, but the game's replayability is already fun enough. Ooh. Now this type of deal tricks you. By the way, I'm a sucker for it since I'm a lazy motherfucker. Ah, but as long as you are going to red zones at least 10 or I don't know, maybe 15 times, you will never run out. You'll never run out of the. Oof. Yeah, I don't like the FPS. I've been trying some other new, like changing the API. This wooden nightshade bitter. Basically, this buffs your damage by an extra 10%. At the gas station. Yeah, by the way, that's location. You still have to visit it mandatorily. Yeah, the FPS I really don't like. We'll have to change. We'll have to restart this Vulcan mode. Ah, start immediately. Yep, sorry. Have to. FPS is and I would say very big downside. That's another big downside. A very big downside playing the game on an M. Nothing beats playing this game on your. But at least, hmm, at least you finally came back to play the game. And hopefully, right? Hopefully, you're not also spending so much in the game. I trust, I trust that you are already skilled enough. Yes, aside from aberrations from rocket launchers, it's so dumb. Like, basically, they just want you to what? Because no one is using grenades, they just have to create an enemy that is weak to grenades. uh, hmm. it's not that I fully hate aberrations, right? What I hate about aberrations is that if the aberrations are what? If the aberrations came from a dying boss and like the boss was already annoying, and then suddenly there is some aberration flying out. Gotcha. Is there every time someone dies, it hangs. It's even on low way. But you know what else you can do with aberration? If you have two different grenades, right, you can simply swap out that grenade because those grenades have different cooldown. Grenades tend to have this 2 or 3 second cooldowns, but throwables such as Axis, Mini Axis only have a 1 second cooldown. Yeah, can do that. Okay. Finally, they are dead and we didn't take any damage. Good. Look. Also, look. This is an amalgamation of 5 different armor sets. Done with this. Nope. I'm saving all of my mushroom for the final day fighting for. Also, the reason why I don't go for Plague Book. It's because going for Plague Book War is right. It's like saying you need points. I'm saving them for the final day. It's because I've I've been doing a lot of slate. It's the only reasonable answer I could give. Oh wow! We finally have lottery! God damn it, I think... Oh no. I think... I think we fucked up. Oh no. Oh no. Did I collect some of my... I collect some of... You don't need this. You don't need acid. Yes, a lot of things. You have to... Let's win. The best rewards that you is literally Harley. That's the only thing. And I think the winner here is this one. Wow, we got lottery tickets. That's dumb. And this one? Ah, shit. I think I'm done with... Oh my god, we have the same karma. The same karmic alignment. It is. I am done with the skull. Look, I haven't really been playing the game. I only have 10 mushrooms. Uh-huh. Yeah, I haven't really won anything from the lottery. And yes, the ones that kill you isn't Plague Book 4. The one that actually kills you is the fucking explosive zombies. So somehow, yes. Heart lottery is bug. It's a scam. To put this into simpler words, for anyone that might say, oh, it is by chance. It's not. I say it's not by chance. The game knows how many lottery tickets you've actually played. So for example, this has for... If you have at least half the amount of... Eventually, you will get the top. And also, some lotteries are kind of worth it because they are expensive. Like some lotteries have costed 50 tickets, right? You just have to go back to your and you'll see the lottery. That usually fixes the problem. And also, the reason why I'm also saving up for a book is because I want to preserve this buff. And I only have what? Only have this amount of activity. I really want to preserve some of my items. Because again, I'm still a human being. I also make mistakes. I also die from bosses as well. I'm not perfect. And all of this stuff, I value them. Especially my backpacks. I'm not like some any other guy that don't care about dying from this game. That if they fucked up, they can instantly press exit button. Yeah. If I die, I die. Like that's it, man. If I die, I die. I die with dignity and honor. You have to own up to your mistakes. You actually fucked up. Now you're finding out. And did you know, guys, the disassembly bench is really. Every day we can get 2 legendary weapons, 2 legendary armor, 1 specialist or perfect weapon. But did you know, has recently played the game or didn't even notice the disassembly. The disassembly bench was introduced only last year ago. So yeah, I would say uh I would say that the disassembly bench is kind of a big update even though it lacks content from the game, any new location or enemy type. This definitely saves you a lot of quality of life. I think that's what really matters in this. Because again, you're not having fun with this. Then why are you even playing, right? And the reason why I get so much less mushrooms is I forget to do twins. That's the only reason why I only have this amount of mushrooms. Like yeah, killing Plague Bukor is very beneficial, right? In terms of loot that you get from him. But considering my absolute problem, right? You can see the amount of shit that I have in my base. I even if I did fight him, I wouldn't even get the chance to see the loot. You understand me? I don't. I'm not even gonna have the chance to get to feel rewarded because I don't know if I don't even know where to put my items. So yeah, let's see. Art 13:7. Me from 13 to 17, I still use the Scar. Yeah, once I hit floor 18, that's where I go full legendary. uh, I don't know, but maybe I should do. But maybe I should really do what? Uh, do legendaries from that specific floor as well. But yeah. I saved the thunderstorm for floor 18, right? Because the thunderstorm really deals a lot of massive damage. Yeah. In art. Yeah, I mean, there is no better way to use this thunderstorm add-on. Every time you go to Slammer or Warehouse, right? We're always using pristine Half-Life, Decay Temple. Always decay your weapons. Let's see. Uh, let's see if we can go for lottery. We you can still get this. Kill enemies in special events. Scrap metal, that's easy. Get this. Scrap metal. Let's actually play for the lottery. Yeah, I have also, yeah. I don't really focus on the lottery since it is rigged. Why not, right? Why not? Lottery, lottery. And by the way, this current LB that I have is pretty stacked. We have Kim Din, Ben Ben. This guy is. We even have God Gustavo. I don't even want to play with the God. And we have Vegeta 999. Yeah, let's find lottery. Whew. So we finished this. What do we... What's the lowest amount? 5? Wait, try to restart your game. Yeah, you know. We have 2 tries, I think, for this. I don't know. Where should we pick? Maybe this one. We got fucking Dynamo. What the hell? It sucks. Anyway. A Dynamo. That fucking sucks. Yeah, best of luck for the other people. Oops. Eh. It's a go. I don't even know where I... Let's do our regular zone clearing. Oh, by the way, I think if you have gotten all of the blueprint from the cosmetic, I think we get gold instead. I don't know if we get gold from lotteries. Yeah. That's Chophead, Arya the Viper. Have this lady right here. Have this Bride Harpy and Chophead. Chophead. Yeah, and by the way, it sucks that this one has finally went to this location. Because I also need to do what? I really need to do airdrops. And by the way, guys, are you really excited for the next event? Be honest. Because the game is what? The game is... If I remember, the game is gonna get another break. Like we have another 1 week of nothingness. until there is another what? Another event. Yeah, the game still's a little bit choppy for me. It still feels a little bit choppy. Yeah, every time I discover one enemy, I get what? I get 48 FPS. Let's see. Restart immediately. Well, I'm sorry guys, I have to restart. Because again, I constantly want game to be as fluid, as smooth as possible. And that's really the curse of playing on an and currently there isn't really any better options for the game, which really sucks. That's why I'm rooting for Google Play Games to optimize this game. And finally we can finally have fun. And also it sucks. The quality of you streaming this game on your phone, it all you're having a best playtime, right? But for the viewers, the quality fucking sucks. Like that's probably the hardest part. Yeah, and you tend to remember, right? You tend to remember like I've I have I have what? I have left the game for how long? I finally came back. But then what? The game still has its same problem from the day we left uh from not playing this game. Which absolutely sucks, right? Like there is no excuse. Like even though you are already getting peak performance playing this game at your phone and not using an emulator, it is still unoptimized even on the phone. Every 1 hour of playtime on this game, you have to restart your phone or else it will overheat. Just doesn't make sense. Whoa, Dark Vader left the stream very early. He doesn't even know I'm opening this. I'm opening this chest. It sucks for him. uh, I actually need belts. I'm not joking. I need belts. And no, just imagine, right? 60 FPS was what? 60 FPS is so 2012. It's already 2025. A lot of games are hitting 200 to 500 FPS. Or on the mobile device, it's usually 120 or 165 hertz. But this game, supposedly 60 FPS, it's not even hitting 60 FPS constantly. And regardless of whatever high-end phone you have, even if you use Android, uh, what else? Even if you use Android, iPhone, a tablet, it just doesn't make sense. If you haven't been to the Slammer, right? I have a video that explains what you're gonna need, what you need to expect from going to that location. But right now, sure, I can also say some things that you need. So definitely, if you don't have any decorations, right, that can help you boost your damage, it's on this channel as well. You can just go to my channel and check Slammer, and then it will pop out. But yeah, definitely if you don't have any decorations to buff you, you need to use legendary armors and weapon. The reason why for armor is because just so you wouldn't be surprised at the certain damages of enemies that you encounter. As for weapons, yeah, it is really mandatory to have uh, legendary weapons for warehouse or slammer. Or you know what? Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I was gonna say I can do warehouse and slammer for you, but sadly I already finished it. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, yeah, I've already finished. Yeah. But yeah, and also the biggest thing about this game, like if you are watching the stream, like you can see that I'm constantly using allies, right? Oh yeah, I can do Torrid, but I don't think you're gonna enjoy because I'm gonna one shot the dude. Is that okay? Like I'll definitely do Torrid, but I'll do the one shot build. I don't wanna waste any more time. Like definitely, man. But I don't think you can learn from that because it's a one shot build. Let me just collect. Let me just collect this ally. And by the way, for clearing Slammer, you absolutely need allies, right? Yeah, 15 minutes on green weapons. Like for example, this is green weapons, right? Rank 7. If you use only green weapons, it's gonna take you 15 minutes. So, unless you have an ally that deals massive fire damage, such as this one, you are gonna have a very long time building up his HP. Yeah, very, very long time. That's why people don't even try to what? Kill him anymore. But it is kinda mandatory for people that are on lower levels just so they could have the best gears possible. Like definitely level 30 to level 80. That type of level, you should definitely go do that boss, since that boss is much more easier than max level. And surprisingly enough, right? Oh, you got a legendary weapons from me. Thank you. Anyway. Oh, also, we forgot to open this. Oh, see, we got we got a perfect weapon. Amazing. Easy perfect weapon. And I also need that for the next event. You know what they say, you ask and the gods will provide. Oh no. Oh no. But look at this. I am currently using allies, right? The whole meta of the game is that you need to actually use your allies. If you don't use your allies, you will have a very hard time, or it also takes a lot of time to clear the locations from the game. They are the absolute meta, and yeah, they're needed. It's not the old DOZ where you can do bosses with whatever, right? Right now, yeah, for every bosses, to kill them quickly and efficiently, you always have to rely on these allies. Like, yeah, there's no escaping the ally system. For some, the allies are good and a good addition. Like, for example, right now, I can say they are good because I've already have a well-built account, right? But for people that have absolutely nothing or starting from the very beginning, they're gonna think of this as a useless feature. What is that guy? It's a hunter. And I think we can collect this. Now fight me. Anyone wants to fight me? Oh, Cardina fucking hits hard. Look at that. Oof. Ah, this actually saved me. Help me with something. I can craft 3 weapons with the great under specialist and the 2 legendaries. Yeah, let me just take this, right? Oh look! What the fuck? We even got this. Amazing. We are so lucky today. We got a legendary from here, from the alley crate, and we even got a legendary from From what? What's this place again? Airdrop. Uh, Three weapons. The specialist and two legendaries. Okay, okay, I got you, I got you. So currently, right, from a specialist perspective, okay, if you want to be able to kill Prime, which is Prime is particularly easy, right? You should definitely get Serpent Eyes to help you kill Prime. Okay? Now, wait, specialist and two legendaries. You mean you're getting this? The Ongun's determination is also very good. A very good specialist. But if you can get a perfect weapon, right? I think these are called perfects, right? The yeah, yeah, this is a perfect item. So for the perfect item, if you can, Great Serpent Soul Taker, Serpent's Eyes, and Tomb Word are pretty good. Even the Shango Soul Taker. But yeah, definitely Healing Prime, Serpent's Eye, Tomb Word for what? Tomb Word is for what's the for the Red Spear. Great Serpent Soul Taker is for The Great Serpent Soul Taker is for Floor 36, Cutter, and any other bosses as well. As for legendaries, definitely go for Dance of Death. This is gonna help you so much. This is gonna help you so much on clearing Slammer. I mean, sa Medistol is also very good, right? But it's one of those, it is so good that you don't even gonna use it because if it's gone, it's gone. You're only gonna get this from this event. Same with the Dance of Death. They are both very good. So, yeah. Yola. Taran, 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 tan, tan, taran, tan, taran, tan, tan, tan. But look, me playing this game casually, what happens? Or uh, any normal person, right? Any normal person that is just casually playing the game, like, look, how many legendaries I got today? I got 3 legendary weapons, 1 perfect weapon, and 1 additional armor. So yeah, right now, I'll do the thing that you've asked. Let's fight Torrid. And maybe I'll show you something. If it still works, right? If it still works. Maybe I can show you some hidden secret to, maybe have an easier time booking his HP. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some dark secrets. Yeah, but I don't know if this got patched, but this is definitely abusing some type of glitch in the game. But yeah, well, to be honest, I don't use it anymore. It's better to be used for the general public. Usually, people don't even want to tell you this specific glitch because, if anyone saw this, right, they will report this. This gets patched, and everyone gets fucked over. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Would my account get banned? I don't know. But yeah, this is more of a secret for the entire player base. But currently, luckily, right? Luckily, I have the capabilities to cook him very quickly. So right now, it wouldn't really matter. Oh, but look, I love the Dance of Death. I crafted multiple. Yeah, I love them that much. And it's the same with the sniper rifle. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Yeah, I forgot where did I put my... Yeah, but also I really did craft a lot of them. Let's see. Yeah, we have one over here. I think I have one here as well. But yeah, I crafted those. Because they're good. They're, I wouldn't be, what? There is no point in gatekeeping items in this game. Like, even if, like, let's say, you really don't need someone to tell you this specific item is good. Like, you as a player will be curious, right? You have that certain type of curiosity that will eventually ask yourself, maybe I should really try this one. So yeah, definitely sometimes, even though some weapons are bad, right? Some people actually like them. So again, it really depends on your play style. But yeah, we found it. Look, we even have this, a Medistol rifle. Yeah, the durability is also very good. The damage, also very good. You know what? To actually see the damage, we could actually use this. Yeah, we could use this. Because why not? What are the enemies in this location? So look, we got this. This is just to increase our fire damage. Correct? We have to increase our fire damage so that we can easily cook him up. If ever... Um... Huh. If ever... Yeah, I'll just link you the Discord server. And I'll maybe show you how to cook him up without using fire weapons. But yeah, I don't think I can do that on stream since it is abusing the glitch-ish. But yeah, I don't even remember if it still works till this day. But yeah, let's see here. We need this. Yes, the enemies are burning. I mean, I want to showcase the damage of this weapon. We're gonna be using this sniper rifle for the enemies. See, I told you I'll make this special for you. uh, but now the problem would be would be what? Finding my sniper rifle gadget. Let's see if I can easily find it. Yeah, look, I have so much items that I don't even know where to look for. And by the way, since you're starting a very new account, I hope you're also making your anvil or workbenches active 24/7. The amount of metal and wood that you need from this game is insane. to be honest, they are much faster. They are much faster than Last Day on Earth. So, let's see. True. One of the actually the animation of the boss itself, very good. Right? It's very very good. I don't even know why I'm bringing this, but I just want to break some of my weapons. That's why I am bringing this amount of fire weapons. But yeah, uh my favorite weapon to one-shotting. And again, fighting this specific bosses, right? It takes a lot of setup. Also, you can use different weapons as well. But eventually, once you finally get to this point, you will understand the pain of what? The pain of slowly building up, finding all of your belongings. But if you are very close and you're playing for only 2 months, that's an even better progression, I would say. Some people are really, really stuck. But again, right, you've already played the game. You've already known what you're going to do. Oh, and C1, C2, but C1 to C4 can be very easy, right? It's just absolute rewards upon rewards. Let's see. Where is my armor? That is my question. Ooh, alright. There's someone that reminded me. We have to use some pylons, correct? Yeah, this one. How many pylons? Yeah, I forgot. 6 or 7? I don't know. 7? Yo, thank you. 7. Yeah, we're trying the one shot today. Yeah, I mean, surely you can just run. But for C1, C2, C3, and C4, yeah, once you hit C4, you can never run. And even C3, I just kill uh all those enemies. And by the way, guys, please, even if you can, even if you can technically one shot, you finally practiced doing this, right? It is still much better to come prepared. Like for example, I bought this gun to one shot him. I'm bringing this gun just in case the damage, because again, you don't know about if the game is suddenly they nerf something, they change something, right? It is a constant what? A constant struggle to know which are the meta. And yeah, we forgot one more thing. Throwables, right? We need good throwables. Now, you know what? In case, yeah, I'm bringing this one in case, just for an in case of emergency. But yeah, guys, please do not underestimate all of the locations and bosses in this game. It is still better to be prepared. Anyway, now we have finally have everything that we need to make this too, just so we can be very, very fast. Also, I don't want to break this. I want to break this as well. Using the bike. Just so I want to break that specific bike modification kit. But yeah, there is a point, right? There is a point that in someone's progression, eventually they will stop going to burned restaurant, cops, uh, even Hope Farm. Because why? Because for me right now, if I want to build the bike, just gonna have to focus on abandoned shelters, killing Prime. Yeah, with this one, I think we can one shot. Like, look at this. These are just devil urchins, right? I I can show you how to one shot. uh, how to one shot those aberrations. And look, we're going to use this, the sniper rifle. Yeah, it's 7. 7. But yeah, definitely. On C1 and C2, it is much more faster if you actually try to kill those enemies. It's gonna be less than 50 enemies that you need to kill. So look at this. 4,000 HP, right? Boom, one shot. Boom, one shot. And by the way, this gun deals what? 1,800 to 2,000 damage, right? And also the shooting sound of this gun. Very pleasing. Look. Look at that aberration over there. Oh fuck. Yeah, it's hard to actually sneak up on some aberrations, which truly sucks. I'm hungry. Look, see, one shot. It's a regular devil urchin. God. Yep, that's dead. Yeah, even the flaming tagger dies with one hit. Dude, this guy has 6,000 HP. This deals only a maximum of 2,200. Look, again. This flaming claw has 9,000 damage. Let's see how much damage we actually deal. And we can still one-shot this. The hell? Can still one-shot it. Uh-huh. Boom. Look, I'm using this What if we use this 19% rifle damage, a sniper rifle damage? Can it still one-shot this 4K? Oh, yes, it does. 6,000. 6,000 with an additional 19% sniper rifle. Can it one-shot? This has a base of 2,000 damage. It still can. 7,000. Can it still make it? Oh, yes, it can. So, yeah. Having to have this type of allies and specific builds, it makes the run more faster and more efficient. Like, look, if it only takes one bullet per enemy, right? See, it makes things more fast and efficient, right? And yes, don't worry about this ice grenades. You don't have any place to even use those. Yo, hello, welcome to the stream. Boom. Bam. Ow. Oh, the very big upside, right? The reason why there is still a big upside on visiting this location, you can get a random gadget from here, from this closet or this closet over here, right? But you can get legendary armors, even Black Strider armor from here, and even a nanite. But still, it's gonna cost you 1 or 2 lockpicks. So yeah, for the very poor people, right? If you don't have anything yet, use every option that the game provides you. Do this. Oh, by the way, you can not trigger this if you time it properly. Oh yeah, what the fuck? But yeah, guys, don't be afraid to use this grenade. This has very little options. And yes, you can technically use it for floor 25 to 30. But still, you're better off wanting another healing item for those floors anyway. But yeah, again, this closet right here and here has a chance to drop a random gadget. Sadly, we aren't very lucky. Okay. It's wrong weapon. This guy has 6,800. That's one shot. And look, if you one-shot the enemies in here, you won't get what? You won't get gangbanged. Yeah, there is. There is a chance of a legendary armor and a nanite on those locked door. And by the way, this character needs a lot of mastery. And it's so hard giving him, especially if you only have him at a very low star. That's why it is best to not make him attack enemies. Every time you just do your own attack, it wouldn't consume. And by the way, since you're only using him for this passive, right? It doesn't consume his energy. Like, look, 98, right? If I attack this guy, it doesn't consume his energy. And it's still a one-shot on the 9,400 claw. Even though I'm not using this, that's still a one-shot. So imagine this one, right? Dude, 2,500 and you can one-shot a claw that has 9,800 HP. That really speaks a lot of volume, right? And now, the hardest part is actually cooking this guy. Let's see if I have... Yeah, we have this guy. Oh no, I forgot something. Wait, nope, that's right. Ow. But look at my ally, he is cooking this very, very fast. That's why you may want to have a very good ally. Yeah, you shouldn't be using your perfect weapons to cook this guy. I'm just using this just so it could be much more faster. Okay, it's broken. It's broken. And by the way, look at this guy. Even though Cardinal is what? An AoE ally. You're saying, oh, but AoE allies were nerfed. They consume a lot of energy. Yes, to some extent. Right? But look. If they are only hitting one enemy, they will not consume so much. I hope it is a medi-harvest restarts. It's every 24 hours. Like for me, GMT plus 8, it resets I think it resets for me at 8 or 12:30. 8 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. And now this guy reaches up to 165,000 points of HP. Yes, it is 24 hours, sadly. Like all of the things in this game. We are very close. 157. Okay. Okay. Okay, he is finally cooked up. Now he is angry. He is very angry. So, now that he is angry, right? We are finally here to kill him. First thing. Yo, thank you from Colombia. See, I told you there's a legendary armor, and Yeah, Black Strider, right? See? And also there is a nanite. And by the way, once you finally... Oh, we have actually from Mexico. Hola, mi amor. Welcome to the stream. You're probably saying this random gringo is playing this fucking game. Yeah, now for the one-shot method. Right. First, we have this. Truly a wonderful setup, if I do say so myself. Since we finally have him at full HP. Look, we didn't have any decoration buffs, right? Right? We don't have any decoration buffs. I'll show you the damage. But the hardest part is killing his two goons. Really, that's the hardest part. It's never about the part where you have to kill him. So we have to do this very quietly or it will... So yeah, this is the most hardest part because what's actually better, right? Is you have to find them. You have to find his goons over here. Because if you don't find his goons, eventually you will be what? Like for example, yeah, there is one guy over here. So if you kill them quietly, you really have to. So look, kill this guy, the other guy doesn't come at us. Again, focus on killing his goons first. 9,000. Boom. One shot. Amazing. Now, this guy has 161,000. Right? Right? This guy has 161 HP. 1,000. Let's do this. Okay. We do this. Boom. Bam. Ryu weak Tenkai. That's some domain expansion type shit. See? Magic, right? Well, it's so dumb. Like, look, did I get damaged? No. Did I use some healings? No. It's so dumb. Is it cheating? No. Did some of my allies consume energy? Only one. Only this guy. Yeah, so yeah. That is easy. I mean, for me, that's one shot. Look, the durability from this, only one shot. Oh yeah. I mean, this is not a green. This is what you're asking for, right? If this craftable sniper rifle is good. Yes. 9,000 HP. If with this gun, with this setup, I would say it is pretty good. Really, really good. Oh, what? There's a random tagger. But yeah. Again, it is for just in case. Like for example, right? I already know that this is gonna be a one shot, right? But again, the devs are sometimes nerfing some other things in this game. So that's why sometimes even though you are confident that you know your damage, You don't even know. Maybe tomorrow they're gonna buff some damage numbers or nerf some damage. Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry rather than trying to do the same thing over and over again. Because eventually, if you've made some mistakes, right? Because look, if I didn't, if my calculations were wrong, right? If my numbers are really wrong, what will happen? This armor would break, right? And the value from this is you don't get hit. You basically one-shot enemy. And for even more context, right? This is to help you for the other people that want to grind for LB. Where is LB? Yeah, by the way, we have... Let's go gambling! Ah, no. Actually, no. I haven't... But I can show you uh the loot. Instead of fighting him, I can really show you the loot. Yeah, we can gambling. We picked this one. Oh my god, we got the same fucking blueprint. uh uh and by the way, after you kill Butcher, right? You have to look at the minimap if there is enemies. For example, in here, you can clearly see the question mark over, meaning there wouldn't be enemies. Because usually, sometimes whenever you kill those, there's a random event where enemies are over here and over. And for a quick TLDR, even though fighting Bukor on easy is good, right? It isn't really good. The reason why it isn't good, the amount of weapon that you are using for that specific fight, right, isn't even worth it for the rewards that you get. Yes, it is very depressing. So yeah, don't ever do Plague Bukor on normal mode. Always go for hard. But if you don't have the capability to do hard mode, right? You don't have to force yourself and just accept the rewards. Or even yet, not even fighting him could even be better. Why? Because if you you can actually try to build your account first. You really can build your account first and then try to fight him again once you are finally prepared and have enough have yes, I have a channel. Yeah. You can check out my chat. You can check down below. I have some videos killing Bukor or whatever bosses that you are having a hard time. You know what? We can even react to it if you will. If you wanted. If you ask, I can provide. But yeah, I'll show you the very gist of the reward. Sorry. Where is it? So for example, you're fighting easy mode. You're gonna have a much less drop rate of bicycle bullets. And what else? Some other... Mostly, what you get from easy mode are... What? This type of legendary mail. they're not that very good. Yeah, I'm sorry. They're not really that good. Where is Darth Vader? Well, you know, yes, I have a Discord. He only games every time there is a gambling. Every time there is a gambling in the game, he will come. It's like a bat signal for him. You know, for example, right now, if I were to hover at my chest, eventually, right? Eventually, he will come. You'll just have to wait. Just have to wait. Uh, how do I copy this? Yeah, I'm on streamer. No. Wait, actually, I can just add you. Huh? Yeah, to my Discord channel. So if you ever have questions, right? You can you can definitely ask away in here. Yeah, I've sent the link. And by the way, this one. Now I'm gonna show you how to get points for LB. And this LB. So what are the rules? 2 times more points with green electric weapons. 3 times more points with legendary perfect weapons. Electric. Basically, use this one. Oops. There is no Pokemon that is addicted to gambling. Sadly. But first, let me just throw this away. Because I might randomly delete them. Just for safety. So look. This sniper rifle deals only 1,600 damage. They're saying, oh, but this sniper rifle deals 2,500. Yeah. Let's see how many points we can get with this electric sniper rifle. Or is it really worth it to use sniper rifles or just common legendary electric assault rifles? Let's see. We currently have 1,867 points. Not bad, not bad. I don't know. Did you miss the Torrid Butcher one shot that was on live today? That still isn't really. That's very anticlimactic. If yeah, let's see. 1,867 points. Remember that number. First, we have a 1,007 Stinger 4,000. That's a one shot. A Chard. Instead. Yeah, basically you one shot. You still one shot the same enemies in this location. And what about Mad Firefly? 2,000 HP. That's also a one shot. What about this guy? Decayer, 2,300. It's dead. This guy has 9,200 HP. Is this a one shot? Of course it is. 1,000 as a medi hero, one shot. Uh, one shot. Yeah, that's still one. Yeah, basically you can one shot every single. Yeah, even the beefs that has 3000 HP. And by the way, guys, you keep sleeping on this. You can craft this, by the way. You can get this. You can easily get this. See? And look at the durability since I'm only killing them with one shot. Mad Firefly. One shot as well. This setup right here is efficient because you're not taking any damage on armor. Your ally doesn't take any of its durability and energy. This is so stupid. And yeah, that guy was dead. What about if we don't have this ally, right? Can we still one-shot a beef that has 3000 HP? This damage is only what? 1600, right? Can we one-shot this guy? The answer is yes. So yeah, even without that ally, this specific armor setup, like look, I bet this sniper rifle can last 2 to 3 runs in red zones. And look, it's so dumb that maybe you can just do this. Remember the points. 1867. It's dead. It's dead. That's dead. And yeah, that's everyone in the red zone. How many points do you think I've made using this setup? Now it's 2690. It's super fast and it doesn't cost much. So yeah, I know you guys are sleeping on this type of weaponry. Hey, look, the damage, right? The overall damage isn't as it seems. What's even more devastating is this Black Strider SVD. Now let's try to kill the Samedi elites in this red zone. Let's see if we can kill that guy with his 9000 HP with this weapon. Are we stinky? He's dead. Let's see. Yeah, 9200. Yep, it's still a one shot. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you have this guy that gives 19% rifle or this guy. Now you don't have to be what? Surprised at people getting what? This amount of points whenever they go for LB, right? And I would say the only downside of this, every time you sneak attack, it costs energy, right? But I know some of you already has been cooking a lot of so it wouldn't matter. Oh yeah, let's remove this. Let's remove the additional 10%. Can we still one-shot the beef with 3000 HP? Oh yes, we can. So see, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I'm not even using the bushes as well. Just duck fire, duck and fire. We got we got 27 points per enemy killed. 200 for the big guy. 27. 7. Even the wolf gives 27. Yo, as long as you have this armor right here, even the normal devil urchin can be one-shotted. Oh yeah. And look, it can still last one more run. And look how many points did we get. There. Sleep. Yeah, and by the way, guys, how is your season pass progression? What level are you on? I've already reached the limit. This is my final level right now. I won't be able to get any of this anymore. Because, you know, I didn't even play. But yeah, at least we still got a little bit of... I'm happy. Like, sure, I would want this. Yeah. So how many points was that? From 1,800, right? To 2,000? Now we have... Yeah, easily. From 2 visits, our points jump from... Oh, you really want the Carnifex wings. By the way, this was released, I think the very first or the very second or third season pass when this got released. And by the way, do you know why I don't want this? The reason why I didn't want this is because it makes your character... Oh yeah, the first one is always cut in half the price. It makes your character a bit more laggy. Like, look. Let me explain a little bit of this game. And also, again, guys, you're playing on your phone, right? And I'm on my emulator. Playing on an emulator is already torture enough. Like, if you've watched the recent video, it was so fucking smooth, right? It was fucking buttery smooth. The quality was even better because I was recording on my phone. But yeah, look at this. Look, it's giving 60 FPS, something like that, right? But every time you move with that, there is a slight bit of pixel if you have those wings. If ever... And I'm not to be bragging, right? This backpack right here is even more premium than that. Like, look at this. And they're gonna be asking what type of they're gonna be asking what backpack is that? No, this is just a cosmetic. Ah. And probably just to make this quick, right? Just to make this quick, I want to show you guys some before I end the stream. A lot of you might say, how do I do streaming? Do I have enough? Only have 18. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's use this. Oof. Wait a minute. This hasn't opened yet. Yeah, so a lot of you are asking, Screaming Forest just takes a lot of durability, healings, durability on weapon and armor. Yes. Screaming Forest is one of those plays that gives maximum loot, but the problem is, how do you do this efficiently? By the way, before you go to here, it costs 58, right? 58 greens. What you must do first is go over here. It only costs 20. It costs 20 grease, and plus here it becomes 21. So overall 41. So would you choose the 58 grease or only 41 greens? Right? And yes, this is mandat. Oh fuck. Now I remember why this got broke. I forgot I have some items over here. Anyway, this is very mandatory. Very mandatory. So, again, right? Once we have Triad, once we have Hawk events, right? And by the way, even if you can't clear this Screaming Forest, just every day, if you can just watch this ad box over, you will still get the most important loot, which is this granite and pine log. See, I even got both. But that's not what we want. What I'm going to show you. Yes, you need granite and pine wood for those. But yeah, to upgrade those floors and boxes. But yeah, look. This green SVD only deals 1,130. Even with this amount of sneak attack, right? Yeah, like look, I have 60% sneak attack plus 100. This is not enough to kill an enemy. But hear me out. It will take you 2 shots. Even then, it is still what? Oh, by the way, 4,500, you can definitely kill this. Use the Mosin for the chards. Yeah. But for the Forest Children, let's try to. For example, it here. It's always 2 shots, so see? overall, overall, it is kinda cheap. 2 shots of sniper rifle, but still, you want to be fast. You want to one shot every. That's why we want to test out the damages of this sniper rifles over. First, we have this. Oh yeah, by the way, for every Chard and Wolf, I suggest to use the Mosin instead. This deals a little less more damage than speed. Now we'll try this if this can one shot Forest Chill. 5,700. Good. It passed full flying colors. Again, we have another Chard here. It's the Mosin. One shot. Look, need even more test. We're not gonna use the boot. 8,000? Oh yeah, definitely. See? And we don't have any buffs, right? We're not using ulcer. So this definitely one. You could one shot with legend. Yes, but we're also testing out the capabilities of other sniper. Because again, the legendary weapons, even though they are so good, you're never gonna use them for bosses. This is the only best place to use your sniper rifle. Let's see, there's one more wolf over. If you, the reason why you want to kill the wolves first is because if you attack them, you can never sneak attack. You can never sneak attack the wolves. That's why you always want to prioritize killing the wolves. Sure, this is the best weapon that you have, since this deals deep wounds damage. Also, don't forget to use this bushes that increases your damage. See, once you have this extra damage, 7,000. The damage test for this, definitely one shot. Any more. And by the way, like let's say you forgot a fire weapon or machete. Like you forgot any of these, right? You can do this instead. It's machete. I don't know if anyone knows that, but yeah, some additional knowledge. Knowledge. Look, this guy has a very high armor, right? 5,900, but only very less HP. The very best way to deal with this is not with an SVD. Because look, the damage wouldn't be. See? And look, the wolves are attacking you because you failed to kill that enemy with one shot. And the also another big reason why you want to use sniper rifles in this location is because you are running out of time. Damage dealt by poison spores is blocked. So again, to save a little bit of durability of your other weapons, you may want to like 8,500. Why didn't it kill? Wait. Mosin for the Chard and let's find the guy. So look, why didn't it kill the guy that has only 2,500 and 5,000 armor? So why can we instantly kill this guy with no armor? He has 8,500 HP, but this other guy has a very considerable armor. So yeah, for those enemies, I really suggest you using this acid sniper rifle in this, which deals an even better damage. Yeah, let's try to find some enemies that has those armor. Or wolf. Kill them with this. And look, you might say that, why can't you just use this bush for additional damage SVD? Look, it's not gonna be enough. 641. It's always two shot. Even without the bush, it is always two shot. For the people that don't have a lot of legendaries, right? You are stuck with one-shotting those enemies. But the problem is, once you fail to one-shot them, this ally attacks. Why do you mean you don't want this ally to attack? Just so, if he attacks, he is losing one energy attack. He is losing also durability. So you never want to make this guy attack. Just so you could farm this things infinitely. Like, sure, what you can do is what? You can sneak attack, switch, then attack. See? That's still not enough even with the bush. And also, the reason why you don't want to get attacked is because this armor set rate is also very hard to complete. So, yeah, if you one-shot them, you're never gonna run out of durability of armor, and you're never gonna run out of ally durability and energy as well. That is called efficiency. It is never efficient if you are always getting attacked, or if your energy and other resources are being consumed. Again, I don't have any fire weapons. I have a machete. That's right. There's a beater that has 8,000 HP again. If we use this, yeah, we can kill this. So remember, guys, if they are armored up, you don't want to use this. This will deal even more less damage. So let's try a different sniper rifle. Let's try this. Is this enough? Is this enough? 7,000. Yes. The answer is yes. Again, you have a lot of options in your arsenal. And you might be thinking, maybe this legendary snipers are useful, right? Yes, there is, but we're not fighting. Don't have to worry. So look. 8,500. This deals a massive 1,700 base. Yeah. It's lacking a bit, right? So again, sometimes, like look, this deals 1,700, but this only deals 1,600 max. The main difference is, these other weapons have elements in them. Yeah. Charge. Then there's... And if I remember... So look. Again, this guy has an armor with very less HP. Very high armor. Let's try this one. The acid. And it one-shot this. See? It can one-shot this. You just have to play around the specific type of enemy vulnerability. If you try to use this one, the damage from this gun is gonna get low. But sometimes, the Black Strider SVD can also be useful. Let's look, situation. And by the way, if you don't sneak attack and use the machete, they will attack you once this breaks. See? If you fail to move, definitely Look, 8,500. Can we one-shot this with this again? Only a little bit. It, so yeah, you really don't have to despair. Maybe some of your items have a use. And I know a lot of you are what? Hoarding this type of weaponry in your chest. So definitely use this up. And even though I'm using the SVD for the chart, oh, I've already explained it. Now, this guy, less HP, armor. Look at the invulnerability, acid. If we use this, can this kill? The answer would be maybe. It's 50-50. But the perfect answer would be this one. The acid snipe. Look, it can still. Again, in terms of, you're basically saying I'm just dealing a lot of high weapon damage, but still, it can leave them with 1 HP. And you don't want that. To be efficient, you just need one shot. If I just use this one. And by the way, there's a lot. I say there's a lot. There is a lot of options to increase your damage. If you're going in the screaming, you might as well what? Use the extra 5% damage food buffs. So yeah, you have no excuse. Really have no excuse. This guy is dead. By the way, there is no right answer in whatever. For example, this is the very top spot. It doesn't matter which place you choose. It really doesn't matter. And by the way, the reason why I'm going here is not for airdrop. I'm going here just to. Whenever you try to clear one of the bush, an enemy always spawn. See? What the? Again. High, very high armor. One shot because the right uh we used the right element. How about this guy? And yes, by the way, the enemies in Screaming Forest are so fucking aware. Like one mistake, like you saw right here. As long as you are constantly walking, you are going to what? Yeah, I'm only using the anti poison. I'm not using any buffs. I'm not using any buffs. But yes, definitely if you go here, you only need the 5% damage food buff. So again, this guy has armor, right? Don't want to use this one. Don't want to use this one. It's the proper element that they are weak to. See? Just slowly circle. Example, this one. Eater. You, on your worst case scenario, like you don't have any SVD, as long as you have a 5% buff, that can kill this guy. You know how many HP is left, right? 65 HP. So yes, definitely you have a lot of sniper rifle picks. This isn't gonna one. Instead, use the correct element vulnerability. Tada. Now there is one more elite enemy. It's located. Yes, to be honest, correct. You don't even need this. The only reason why I'm doing this is for the people that don't have Wayne. So yeah. That's why I'm showing this. Even with Ghost. Yeah, definitely. I think there's one more in what? I don't know what happened to the how much mastery. You only need 300. Only need 300. That's the minimum. And guys, by the way, huge by the way. If this is your first time, if this is your first time doing this airdrop, I suggest you bring a sponge. Yeah, a sponge. I'm not doing this. I don't even. And to be honest, I don't have enough. And I don't want this armor to get down. And also, doppelgangers, right? Whenever you are faced with doppelgangers, you may want to use allies that deal elemental damage. This one, this one, this one. Whatever ally, as long as they deal an elemental damage. Because doppelgangers are weak to elemental attacks. And definitely, please try to visit the Screaming Forest at least 5 times per day. And I'm not saying you have to farm the wood, right? I'm not saying you have to farm wood, you have to farm granite. The reason why you want to farm this location is for the legendary arms crit. So yeah, that's literally it. I mean, currently right now, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping to get. And also, surprisingly enough, this location, like for example, see, this drops this, and I need legendary arms. And surprisingly enough, right, this place also drops a very decent amount of Phoenix Stimulator. You need to visit this at least 5 times a day just to cover some of your bases, you know. Cover whatever. And some people like to wait around. Why do they like to wait? Because, for example, the spores, right? Every how long does this last? 15 minutes, right? Yeah, there isn't. I haven't destroyed. I haven't destroyed the trees. And by the way, the very first day or the very first time you visit this location, not the very first time. It's the very first time after the reset on this location. There is always a higher chance the very first time to spawn those trees. Yeah, you need to burn 3 burnable trees to even access the boss. But yes, considering the very first time of reset, the chances of you actually getting those three. Also, if you have the ally for this, definitely open this. Those enemies that will arrive will definitely give you even more forest tokens. And also, this one drops perfect repair kits. It is very hard to repair this. Yeah, you need to find this one, this idol. You need to burn them, but still, it is by chance. They are never a guarantee, but the first, like, look, see, got feed stems. The very first has a very high chance of spawning all trees together. And by the way, I know this is stack of cast iron. There's a glitch to this, an infinite farm. But right, ever since the because of the disassembly bench, we don't even need to do to farm those cast iron. What is cast iron? Cast iron is for making steel plates. And yeah, they fucking patched it. Someone fucking snitched. Oh, imagine someone is helping you, right? Someone is helping you to get to farm this item easily. And you fucking snitched for one rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. Gee. And yes, aside from the legendary arms crate in Phoenix Tims, if I'm fucking lazy, man, this is where I get my iron ingot and iron sheet. Uh, and look, today I only got two forest children idol. I know some other people might say, I still love burning these trees for the extra forest token. It depends on the person. You know what I like? Efficiency. And by the way, even though you can finally fight this boss easily, whatever setup you make, sometimes it even takes an hour. That's how that's how fucked up it is. That's why I don't even bother fighting with this forest beast anymore. That's why you can see my floors are pretty shit. Even my chest. Only because of that bullshit. I just want to fight the boss, you know? Especially with Arc. With Arc as well. Like, I just want to hone my skills. Uh, finally get to say that I I can finally I can finally fuck with floor 36. It it's definitely a learning period. If ever for if you are also trying to fight floor 36, yeah, you don't have to force yourself. This is just what's the word? This is just optional. But if you finally do, really empty your mind, just uh, just throwing away your gear for trial and error that you might someday be killing him multiple times. Like guys, surely the bosses in the game like Plague Bukor, Cardinal, Golden Dragon, some people like to fight them just to get points. I choose the latter. I would not fight for fucking. And yeah, also another thing, really, again, I I would really love to emphasize this to anyone out there. If you are first timing any bosses, again, be very clean about it. When I say be very clean, you don't need multiple allies. So yeah. Sometimes you only need one. Sometimes you only need. Sometimes things are just a little bit overkill. Like for example, you just saw me recently one-shotting Torrid, right? How close am I? Hey look, got another. What the fuck? Got another one. Yeah. Yes. Harley only needs to hit once or twice to get her skills back. If you got her at 6 stars and use her at red zones, that's almost infinite. Then, uh, also, I keep gambling. I don't go for 10 pulls. I only hit one. That's how lucky I am. Yeah. That's. Oh, by the way, aside from Harley at 6 star, I want this guy 5 stars. And also, for the people that don't know, restores your health and gives your character a 10-second booster that is heal. Yes. How good is Annie Smith at 6 stars? I wouldn't say at 6 stars. You only need her at 5 stars. Because of this. Uh, uh, this alone for the elite enemies and bosses. And by the way, her skill is definitely useful on AoE and even boss fights. The amount of attack speed that she reduced from the bosses, especially if you're doing akimbo runs, the perfect or specialist, whatever uh type of dual wielding that are good. This makes her online. And yes, I hate this specific type of passive where allies get a certain buff. What do you mean I hate? Like look, uh best example is this guy. Increase allies crit damage. What else? Chop hit. Increase allies critical hit chance. Yeah, you're just building them to get for them to deal damage. I want them to actually give me the buffs so I can deal the damage. But yeah, this is pretty significant. I need what? Two more? Yeah, two more. Annie Smith. And also, guys, the reason why you want allies at 5 stars is for you can just so you could have them at 2 gears. And I know it is so hard to get the blue gears. One, like, look at this. Look how sad it. I have so much armor and visors. What I don't have is the belts. And also the other good side about having a level 120 ally. Remember those triad this one. Yeah. Yeah, you can, once you have 4 star of both, you can. But definitely if you don't have any margin of if you don't want any margin of error, right? Well, the main difference would be skill activation on every time you kill them. it can be a bit janky. It could sometimes take a little two hits. Yeah. But yeah, definitely doable. Also, it wouldn't be possible if you don't have this. Truly, one of those game breaking moments. Harley at 6 and this. Like, after you. Uh, yeah, yeah, again. Zero is right. Skill activation is very easy to work around if you only have two allies. Again, I've seen a lot of you guys using 4 of your fucking allies for no fucking reason. Like, make it crisp, make it clean. You know, you don't need that much of activation. Like, for example, you wanna do multiple shits. And it's so hard. Like, look, if you are attacking, like, look at my mouse cursor. How would you attack and then press this? And we all know if you press the auto, right? Auto. Sometimes this changes the enemy lock, right? So yeah, definitely keep a practice on having only two allies. I know, for the people that always say to be honest. It's like it you already know deep inside them is a burning ego that says, "Oh fuck you, I have better opinion." like like you don't want to be rude, right? So you just say, "Oh, to be honest, I like this feat. And to be honest, I think my opinion is fucking right. To be honest, I think you are just really dumb. I think you are wrong. I think my opinion is better." But yeah, oh, and by the way, if it's truly Hawk events, right? If it's really Hawk events on what's next, I just want to build this. Well, I'm sorry, man, but there are certain events, right? Uh it specifically says just so I could fuck around. 2 times more points for electric, 3 times for legendary. Technically, some grenades are, look at this, legendary. So if you have 4 of these, get the maximum 20% grenade damage. You know, maybe you can get to use grenades on some random occasion. And yes, to be honest, it's so hard to even keep the game alive. That's why you're gonna run into, what's the word? You're gonna run into DOZ 555 trying to challenge himself, doing the most time consuming shit in the whole game. Like, my guy is already loaded and he is still trying to kill Bokor with an electric AK. I am not farming aura, you know. I just want things to be more fast and efficient. But yeah. Wait. Oh, by the way, one more thing. One more thing. For the people that forgot, right? No Kira, right? I really have to thank Jimmy for this. So Jimmy found this because he is such a fucking whale. My guy loves spending. So apparently, this right here, this chest right here, has a very good chance of giving you 3 nanites for 1,000 gold bars. Like, sure, man. This may look expensive, but for the eyes of a lazy person, right? A person that spends money in the 3 nanites are fucking good. And by the way, these are very rare. What does that mean? Which means you get nanites. And you can get 10 per week. So how many is that? 30 nanites. You have 10,000 to cough up. Good, yeah. Very good, very good. Now we don't wait, but by the way. Yeah, again, by the way. We have one guy that says to be honest, and I say by the way, for the people that are struggling with gold, right? We all know gold is very essential. If you really want to get as much value for your gold, you really have to play for events and grind the season pass. Why do I say grinding for season pass? Well, some cosmetics in the game, instead of cosmetics, they give you gold or tonics. But if the cosmetic is purely premium, right? Definitely they will give you gold. And for most events, for example, this one. For example, you have this, the Strider Santa, this one, and even this one. Or whatever. For example, I'm very close to having this. Only 20 more. The reason, if you can kill Plague Bukor, like currently right now, instead of getting fragments for this, you are getting gold. So that's why you would see, that's why I know a lot of you might be asking, why does suddenly DOZ 55 have a lot of gold? He was fucking broke last stream. Because that's the answer. That's literally the answer. By the way, look at it. Even this one, the boxes, right? They also provide cosmetics, but if you have already maxed out your cosmetics, you have gold instead. Also, if you have premium, getting even more gold. So, if I remember correctly, right? The maximum gold that you can get from an event, like on one singular drop, I think it's 2,500 gold on one singular drop. Yeah, that's pretty huge. If we try to calculate how much is 2,500 gold, that's almost $10. And so yeah, just play this game. And by the way, that is the last. By the way, I hope you're really grinding this event, and I hope you're still having fun playing this event. And also, guys, don't look for me if I finally don't have time to stream. Studying means I have finally went to another country to study. Ah. Yeah. Well, anyway, you guys. That's it for today. Uh if I'm not lazy, you can find me again later on the PM. Wait, that's it. Fucking peace. Peace.